There's so much that is going on in the world today that necessitates that we think differently about how we have known truth, and we begin to not second guess ourselves, but take the liberty to begin to question some of the assumptions that we have held so dear, and to begin to ask ourselves about new trajectories of growth and meaning and purpose, particularly in defining what is important to us, in defining our authenticity as individuals and collectively as a people, and I mean the human race. Change has visited us in a way completely unplanned and has become essentially an interruption. Now, what is coming will come, right? It is who we are and how prepared we are that will make the difference. What is coming will come, how we see, how we hear, how we interpret, and how we act are the things that make a difference. In the way that you really cannot just flying, you see, you also cannot stop. The only thing you can stop is the birds perching on your head, right? In the same way, you really cannot control what is coming. What is coming will come. What you can control is your response. So we have the reality, the tech, be managed by technologists. That is technocracy, where all ideas are governed by technology and managed by technologists. So you have all of the challenges that the pandemic has brought. And the fact is that COVID is not going away. We're just going to learn to coexist with COVID. And I've said this since March 2020 in the public domain as part of my predictions about the realities of the pandemic. In a post-COVID world, we're going to have COVID there. We're going to contain it by coexisting with it, learning to the same way we're already coexisting with so many other diseases, including the common flu, including measles and chicken pox. We already coexist with these things. We take yellow fever. We coexist. We just find vaccines that work and then that manage the situation and reduce mortality. And then we work with that as much as we can, and that's how we're going to have to live with COVID. COVID is not going to go, right? And once we understand that, the implications are then obvious. But on the back of all of what the pandemic has done, there are some underlying conditions or experiences that have been prevailing for a while, which the pandemic has now come to hasten. One of them is what I just said, the fact of technocracy. StreamYard, I doubt if anybody that is online right now knew about StreamYard before COVID, but StreamYard was not created because of COVID. It has been there. What COVID has done is that it has forced all of us online, because online is the new life and is the new line of human exchange. And so all of us now have to curate all that we do online. And so there are so many companies online today that we are now working with that we didn't even know they were there all this while. So what COVID has done is to collapse time, pretty much fast track, what will have taken, maybe it will have taken us another, maybe companies like Zoom or StreamYard will have died, but for COVID, if there was no COVID, maybe those companies will have died for lack of patronage at the level that they want, not being able to scale at the level that they want. So that has brought us something new, right? We can now be in Lagos. I can be here and we can be talking to 10 countries right now at the same time. Cost of travel is collapsed, cost of hoteling and all of that is collapsed. There's so much going on online on Zoom and StreamYard and all these platforms that is going on physically, right? Meetings are now happening on Zoom and so much more, but it's costing cost. Companies are asking themselves, do we need to go back to how life was? We are having a more cost-effective exchange of meetings, closing deals faster. It has brought speed. It has brought all of that.